The foreign show, we'll be seeing you, we'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show, we'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you, we'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you, we'll be seeing you every Friday here at T.
Entrando por tus oídos hasta llegar al centro de tus emociones, ADR Networks está en este momento
activando tus sentidos.
ADR Networks presenta.
This is Celestine Angel.
And I'm Isaac Crouch.
And this is...
On the foreign show.
What's up, people?
Yes, y'all. It's Friday. It's 3 p.m. That means it's that foreign show. Welcome to the show. I'm Isaac Rakesh.
I'm Celestine Angel.
And we are on ADR Networks, activating your senses.
So I was also going to say that we are from IU, right?
Yes.
Let's say the little... we are the vocalists of IU, a music collective from Singapore, and we are also your host.
Yes.
So right now, we're going to start off with That Insider, which is the first segment of that front show.
You know what? I think That Insider needs some kind of theme music, right? What do you think?
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea, yeah.
What do you guys think? Let us know. So when we say That Insider, we get some music playing like, wow. Not like that, but something else. That Insider segment today we have...
Dr. Cass.
Yes, Dr.
Dr.
Cass.
Cass. She actually was our doctor when we had COVID. She was amazing. She did house calls. She will still do it now, like COVID or otherwise. And the main thing why we are recommending her as a doctor is that she's extremely caring. Like seriously, it was like months after our COVID, she was still checking on us, and like she's so affordable as well. She's not she there were three of us. She just charges like one flat fee, and she didn't because we're sometimes if you're foreigners they might think that they should charge more or what. She was the same, and
I think the fact that she was nice and the way she dealt with us really made a difference, you know.
Yeah,
because at that point it's like we were sick.
Yeah, we needed we thought we were gonna die. So basically she came to our place. She like covered every part of her clothes, like her shoes was wrapped with plastic. Full
combat gear, right?
Yeah, she was totally covered. Like we didn't know how she looked like at all. Like seriously, she was all covered. And then she like told us what to do. Like because honestly, like. Because we don't really take Western medicine, we always preferred like more herbal stuff. So even when we started having COVID, we kind of didn't take any medicine until like a few days later. So maybe that's why our COVID lasted long as well. But it was pretty average compared to everybody else. So it's interesting. But Isaac's COVID was like only 4 days, or I don't know, some Superman thing. He wasn't vaccinated, and that's so funny. But anyway,
because you're activating your senses, you know.
So yeah, anyway, then she came, she told us what to do, she told us what medicine to take, and to check like the measurements of this and that, and then we felt like somebody helped us, somebody made us feel safe.
Yeah, she broke it down for us, like what to take. I mean, when she first saw us, she didn't assume anything. She did a full checkup and everything.
Yeah.
And listened to us really patiently,
Yeah.
And this was at a time when there was literally a mild panic, generally everyone was experiencing this during COVID, right? And so when we got sick, we were like, shit, and then she decided to come over. We were like, thank you. And the whole experience kind of really did help us feel like we were on track to getting better, and eventually we did heal ourselves.
That's why I think it's a really good thing to know a doctor that is willing to do house calls, because like even though like the COVID season is fading off, but like I think if you don't want to go to hospital to expose yourself or whatever, it's still good to have someone like Dr. Cass to come over and check on you. And and also she is also a homeopath, so it's pretty interesting to like talk to her about different like treatments that you might want and all that. So like I really think she's a good recommendation for all of you out there, and she speaks a level of English. I would say if you do like a bit of Spanish and English with her, it'll be better, but no problem with talking to her in English. And she's so kind and everything. So this is her Instagram page.
Very secretive Instagram page.
Because it's private.
It's private. You got to be friends with her. You know what I mean? But of course, get in touch with her if you need a house call. Yeah,
like private, but contact her and she will respond to you. I already told her I'm recommending. So let her know that you saw her on that foreign show, and that you want to engage her services. Also, if you would like, you can also contact us on Facebook, facebook.com/that foreign show, and we can also put you in touch with her through her mobile. So just like wanted to share with you guys this. And today we have Wivens.
Yes, we have Dr. Wivens in the house. Dr. Wivens is a friend of ours, someone that we love.
Yes, he's such a great guy. Like seriously. Oh,
and there he is. Hello.
Hi,
boys.
How are you, Dr. Wivens?
I'm fine, thank you. You're
Thank you for joining us.
Beautiful.
Oh man, you too, bro.
Like honestly, like we think that you're such an awesome person. Like it was really, really good to meet you.
Yes.
Yeah, and we haven't seen you for so long. And can't wait to see you again.
And we are not just saying this, all right?
Yes, we have to plan it and see.
For sure.
Yeah. Now you have 2 babies. We have to plan it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's true,
Papa Wivens now.
Papa Wivens. How old are your babies, bro?
One of them 3 years, and another one 9 months. It's
9 months. Wow.
Little boy. Yes,
congratulations.
Yeah, I'm waiting for yours.
Oh my
your
God.
First one.
Activating your senses right here.
Yeah.
Yo, man. Okay, so really interesting. Thank you for joining us on the show. We have a lot of questions for you, and I think first of all, the people want to know. I'm sure, right? Your personal experience. So maybe you can tell us a bit about that. Like your story. Like how do you end up doing what you do? We know you're a doctor. But we also know that you're not just interested in medical stuff, business as well, or helping people, right? So all these things we want to talk about. But let's start, first maybe with your personal story, if you don't mind.
Okay. Hi everyone. First, I have to say that English is not my first language, not my second, my third. It's about the first language.
That's a good point right there to say that. Yeah.
Do the best to be explained me well, but I'm trying to speak slowly, and I want you please the question slowly and be explained the best I can. I am from Haiti. I'm from Haiti. Haiti is now it's near of Cuba, Dominican Republic. I was studying Cuba. I was 7 years there to study medicine, and later I I come to Mexico. Why
Okay.
I chose Mexico? Because when I was studying Cuba, I was visit Panama, Ecuador. In, I like Spanish. I like a lot to speak Spanish. I before going to Cuba, I was interested in Spanish too, and after to study English, after a medicine in Spanish, I want to still speaking Spanish. Waiting for me one
Okay.
second, Alexa.
Sure.
Sure, don't worry.
Para.
Go ahead.
Alex.
And
Easy
then
man.
in Mexico, when I start with medicine, I know I a lot of doctor we hearing us. If you want to be succeed in the life, you have to look for doing things we love. I love medicine, but I see if I still working only like doctor, it's more difficult. Why? Because medicine to to have a lot of money, you have to work a lot. And if you want to have a family, if you want to travel, if you want to have a style, a lifestyle, you have to do something that you don't need to spend a lot of time. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
if you understand me. And
I
Totally.
understand you, bro. Yeah.
yes, and it's for it's thinking about this. I chose to do medicine and entrepreneur too. And I have more than 8 years um, working like entrepreneur. First, I initiate in the network marketing. Is
Uh-huh.
in this business you learn a lot because a school I own business school. When you read a lot of book into the spiritual development and
Okay.
to reach your mind to try to change your life, because if you want to change your life you have to change your mind and put a lot of things we can use to do the best, no? And it's a little short of my story, but maybe the first time I can explain more, maybe in another language, maybe Spanish, maybe in French. I can explain more about my
Better.
story,
Right,
but
right.
I think it's a short resume.
Yo, that's very concise, and I must say your English has improved, man. Yeah, and it's yes. And yo, I got some questions. Like, is it common for people in Haiti to go to Cuba to study or to do like you did medical? Do a lot of people do this?
It's not common, but 10 years ago, it's very convenient with Cuba and Haiti when people we have to pass an exam. Three people in each city can go to study in Cuba. I was one of my city and so, and it's the benefit, the chosen person. But
Right.
now I think what now it's not it was 4 years ago. It's closed this convent.
So 1 out of 3. So maybe that means you were top, like 1% students,
Yeah,
no? I mean,
yeah, to be chosen for study there.
well, then we
Uh-huh.
salute you, brother. For that.
No, it's right. It's right. Just I think I was the from to speak to say I was lucky to this time. It's I think 11 years no, maybe 10 years or 20 years ago. It's a lot of time. I am old, yeah.
So how do we connect that? So you were in Cuba, and then after that you came to Mexico. So was that what happened after Cuba? You came to Mexico.
In Cuba, in Cuba, it's difficult to strange people to live in there because you don't.
You mean like a
when-
foreigners for foreigners?
Yeah.
Yes, and
Extranjeros. Okay. Yeah.
yes, when extranjeros, yes, foreigners. When you work there, you don't receive a lot money. You receive little, and then after to study medicine, we have to choose when you want to go. I back in my country, but when I go in my country, I see the people, I see the system. I think if I stay there, it's more complicated to be succeed or to be maybe to help my family because when you study, when you stay away, when you go another country,
Another country.
yes, it's about to help your family, to help a lot of people, to help your whatever people can. It's needed in this moment. And when I back to Haiti, I saw if I stay there, I can do a big things. And later, the 3 months, I was saying when I have to go. First, I was thinking in Dominican Republic, but it's the same thing. I thinking about Mexico because in past years I was visit for 5 days in Mexico, and I choose Mexico because in Mexico it's a lot of opportunity for all.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
In
ask you. Yeah.
Mexico, it's open in the world. In Mexico, you can do anything, and I chose Mexico to do medicine and to do some business because I love business. When I was 30, I am doing business, and then it's the reason I choose Mexico.
Right. I find it so interesting that Mexico is a developing country, but it has it's really everybody comes here. There's a lot of opportunity, and you can make money, and you can do many ideas, and it's
Yes, a lot of people
really
talk
interesting.
about the
You can
energy here.
sing.
Yeah. You can,
I can see it. Yeah.
yeah, as in people compare Mexico City to New York and stuff. Like they say, there's always something going on. There's
There are a
hustle
lot
and
of
bustle, you know?
And right now, after the COVID, actually a lot of foreigners came here, and Mexico has become one of the top places to live. Like right now, like Mexico City, maybe. So
Yes,
it's
I
an
think
for
interesting
sure.
development as well. Yeah.
So entrepreneur life, right? So I mean, it's when you were studying medicine, did you think that you want to do your own private practice, or did you feel like you want to join a hospital? Because being a business person, did you think that you want to do something more like that, one on one, like a private?
the first years in my career in medicine, I thinking to be a neurosurgeon, to be in the top, to work in a hospital. But later, I see the life of the neurosurgeon. I don't like her life because I love freedom. I like travel. I like be time with my family. I like be time with my friend, and to be top medicine and neurosurgeon or gynecologist or whatever, you lose your life and your freedom.
Time.
It's a sacrifice. If you want to be a big doctor, you don't have life. If you want to, and then in the second years, I choose to maybe a good doctor, but I
Okay.
have to some freedom with a
Freedom.
clinical or with something like that. In the 50 years, when I have in the 10
Experience.
minutes in the medicine, I start to do another business like selling clothes, selling whatever things, and I see when you sell something, it's more freedom. When you know how to sell, that's give you a lot of freedom, because the world we live in, everything is, every people is or selling something or buying something. If you are a good seller, if you are talking about a good seller, you can sell your story, you can sell your music, you can sell your everything, you can sell
Everything,
good.
right?
We can do your life better, and you can have more freedom. And
Yeah.
in this time, I think I have to do the medicine. I love medicine, I love seeing patient, but I love more my freedom too. And in the time I choose to read more book about spirituality, about finance, and transform and did the same things: medicine, entrepreneur, coach life, and talking
Okay.
about freedom, something like that.
Can you tell us, recommend maybe one book that helped you? Because I know that a lot of people, they hear this idea and they agree with that idea, like sales or business gives you more freedom, right? But then sometimes they don't
They don't
know
know about
how to jump. They don't know how to go from the security of
a
your
9 to 5 job
9 to 5 to doing this. So how did you do it? Like what books did you read?
I read a lot of books, but I recommend say, one of these author is Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy is a good boy, because Brian
Okay.
Tracy teach to you how to organize your life, or to put your plan one to one
Okay.
to succeed. And it's about the finance, Brian Tracy. And talking about
Okay.
the spirituality,
Brian
I
Tracy.
like Wayne Dyer. Wayne Dyer is the American guy. It teach you how to be free spiritually, or to be secrets to be succeed
Uh-huh.
in peace. Because it's two things. You can, maybe you have a lot of money, but if
Right.
you don't have peace, you don't have freedom, you are not happy, it's whatever. But
It's whatever,
if
exactly.
you choose always peace, happiness, and financially free, it's a good way. Sometimes I say, if you give me now $1 million and say I have to try, I have to work maybe 8 to 5 p.m. 5 years, I don't want $1 million. Because
Okay.
my
Wow.
freedom is first. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
freedom is
I
first.
recommend this
Yes.
book, Brian Tracy, Wayne Dyer, maybe Robert
When
Kiyosaki.
Dyer.
Wayne Dyer.
Wayne
Wayne
Dyer.
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 Wayne
Okay.
Yeah.
Dyer.
So Brian Tracy for the finance,
For the fun.
Wayne
Yes.
Dyer
steps what
to
to do, and
spirituality.
Wayne
Wayne
Dyer.
Dyers. Ladies and gentlemen, we will put these books in the comments and the links for you guys to take a look. But it's really interesting. If you're joining us right now, this is TFS, that forum show, and we are talking with Wivens here, who is our guest today. And Dr. Wivens, we have reached a very interesting point in our conversation, because we are talking about what you want to do in life. If you are trained as a doctor, if you're trained as an engineer, or you have some kind of training, that doesn't mean you need to be stuck in that box. You can look at what interests you and look at how to get that outcome. In Dr. Wivens' example, he just said that if you give him $1 million and you tell him he has to work from 8 to 5, he's going to say no. Most of us, we think $1 million is a lot of money, but actually the time, and more importantly, what you can do in that time, and the people that you can spend, I mean, time spending time with your loved ones, or trying to work on yourself. All these kind of things are really priceless. And I think that's why you would say that, right, Wivens, that you would say no to that money. And I just want to get more information from you. Like, how did you? Okay, first of all, how did you convince your family or yourself and your family that, okay, now I'm going to look at business stuff and I'm going to look at how I can join the business and my medical profession? I mean, it's not an easy thing. Like, how did you start to talk to your family? How did you start to open the thinking in yourself?
This question, I think it's the 10th time I some people ask me this question, no? Because it's difficult for kids, for person to say, or family, you spend 7 years to study medicine, 2 years more to a special, like I do urgency, 2 years more in Mexico, and then to explain to people. Now now actually I'm spending 20% of my time for medicine, 80% in business. And the first time, my mom don't understand that, but the principal thing is convince yourself, because you don't have to convince other people in your life. You are free, you are big guy, yeah, and you don't have to convince other people. The first, you have to convince you. And the way I did it, and it's to be succeed. It's I am trying to explain you in my way. If you have a plan, I want first. I remember the first time I was living in Mexico. I was living in Ecatepec. And Ecatepec is the place. It's cheaper. Is not the best place. I was paid $100 for 2 bedroom. And later I say I have to change the city, because if you decide to do something is not the people don't understand, you have to be success. You have to give some result, and you have to see if I don't want to do medicine like a lot of doctor. If I don't have to do the conventional,
usual path, conventional
path, we have to be succeed. You have to prove yourself. If you have to be each year, you have to do something to convince yourself if you are doing the right thing, you are doing the best thing. Because for example, I was in Ecatepec. Later, I was in Boleo, near of Central Mexico. Now I'm living in Polanco. But you have to be succeed, because life is this. You have to usually do the best to convince you have to do the best thing. And when you did that, the people don't ask you, because the people seeing the result. People don't ask what about your the way. People just waiting for the result, and then you have to give the best result for him, for you, and it's all. If you're happy, if you are doing the best things for you, it's all. Because the other people, it's not about
for sure, man. Wow, these are some really strong and powerful points. Like, you convince yourself first, right? That's the most important thing. You convince yourself first. You prove to yourself.
Yeah, that's a really, I mean, Like that's the way to describe it. Actually,
Yeah.
you really it's just you. Actually, you know, you and your reality, right?
And for someone like you come to a city and then you decide that you want to actually change cities. You want to move to a new thing. You have to, again, just keep proving to yourself, right? Like forging a new road in each
Yeah,
moment.
like you can do everything.
Mm.
Every day I say to me, I can do this. I can. I am the best. I am the the
Preach, bro.
powerful
Yeah, for
people. I
sure.
am
For sure.
every day. I'm saying the best thing. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. And
Affirmations for yourself.
I'm challenging me every day.
Every
If
day.
I am now in a city or in a son now I am living in a place I was dreaming 4 years ago. And now I am dreaming to live in another place. I don't know or time, the time what's I have to wait to do this, but
To do
I
this, right?
know, I am sure, maybe
Okay.
1, maybe 2, maybe 3 years, I am going to living in this place.
You're gonna
And
get
then
your
it's
goals.
my
Yes.
challenge.
Right.
Yes.
So, as a life coach, which is like one of the main themes of today's show with you, is like as a life coach, like what are like, so what will you be telling, like, for example, our audience, the expats here, what will you be telling them to help them to live their best life, you know, like over here in Mexico, like to overcome the obstacles and yeah.
Yeah, because this thing you're saying, like, now you're here and you're thinking of the next goal. You don't know how long. You don't know, right? You don't know. But it's just like a kind of like keep focusing on that, right? Like, is this methods or is it a techniques that you teach your
Yeah, is this a technique that, I mean, is this something that you tell your students when you're
students?
coaching them, when you're mentoring them?
Yes, something like that. One of the
Maybe we can
things
get some advice for free down here from you. You know?
yeah, the first step, it's very important when you leave your country, you are staying in the new country, you don't you can't say it's a fault at everybody because you lost your country. You don't have to complain. You don't have to say, it's AMLO, it's another one, because it's your life. It's not your country. You have first, it's you decide. I am in Mexico. I decide to be in Mexico, and I have to do the best to be succeed. And the succeed is your succeed. The succeed maybe it's
Whatever it
not
means for
to
you.
be $100 million. It's your succeed. Maybe
Is your success?
it's
Right.
your success. Yeah. And the first step, you're in Mexico. Live in Mexico. In Mexico. Not I am in Mexico, but I am in Singapore. Not I am in Mexico, but my mind is in
Right.
Haiti. If you
Very,
are in
very good
Mexico,
advice, I would say. Yeah,
in Mexico,
Right.
because it's the focus. I am in Mexico now. I am focused to be in Mexico. I am living in Mexico. I am eating the food in Mexico. I am dancing Mexico. I am everything Mexico, because it's more easy if you have to put in the moment, in the city, in the place who you are. If you do this, it's better. It's more easy to be succeed because we are there. Focus. You are there, and
Focus.
then think in the next goal. I am now in Mexico. I am living in Mexico. I am part of this. And now I am focused in my next goal. Not the next goal of my boyfriend or my sister. My next goal. If you want to put the date, put the date. If you don't have your goal in this date, and the second thing, maybe it's frustrating, maybe you are not happy because I want to buy some things, in 3 months, until I don't have the money, but maybe it's not happy, but you don't have to frustrate. You have to put now, 3 months now, 2 months more. Let's go, the next goal.
I see what you mean. So
Life.
if you don't hit your target,
Yes.
look at it again. Maybe extend it for 2 months. Or,
Yes.
okay.
Just Wivens, I miss this, I miss this, I miss this. I have to maybe make change, and again. The time,
Yo.
yes,
Yes, my brother. Yo, the stuff that you're dropping, the gems that you're dropping today are so precious, really precious. It sounds like simple, but it's like these things you're saying, focus, be real, be real. You are here. What is your condition? Okay, you are here. You're in this job. You're in Mexico, or you are blah, blah, blah. Look around you. All right. You are here. Be present, connect, and then decide and move, right?
Yeah. It's like all power moves, like right? Present and then intention, right?
Yo, should we tell them about the shadow self thing? Yeah, I think I'm gonna. There's this story that I read, Wivens, right? It's from a book. Okay, the name of the book is the Gulag Chronicles or something. It's a famous book, but this idea is really strong, and it's a psychological idea of Carl Jung. Okay, Carl Jung, the psychologist, he has this idea of your shadow, your dark side, and the person's dark side. And he says that problems happen when people don't accept their dark side. People try to avoid this problem. So this one example is a really powerful example. This person, I forgot the names, I didn't register. During World War One, okay, he became a prisoner of war. He was in a camp. So he was a prisoner, he was a slave, no food, all that stuff. Prisoner of war. So what happens is, instead of feeling, weak and, oh, my life is, instead of that, he did what you said, Wivens. He actually did what you said. He looked around and says, okay, I'm here. This is my fault. It's my responsibility. I'm in the camp.
Yeah, it's like I think he took like a vibrational full responsibility of who he is, why he's in the camp, his position in the universe, that kind of thing. And I think that's super empowering, because you just kind of have like expanded view on like things instead of 1 + 1, and you can see like, how does this work out for me? What can this do for me?
Yes, and most people would look for other people to blame, right? Like if you are a prisoner, you will blame the guard, right? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the craziest part, go ahead, bro. You saying?
It's the first place. It's the first step to be take the all responsibility of your life. No, I am black, and no, it's bullshit. Take the all responsibility of your life in the first one, and you be succeed. Because if you have something to complain or to, it's full of this, it's full of the rain, no.
Yeah, the fault of my parents or the fault of
If you take a whole responsibility, you'll be succeed.
You succeed.
All of the life.
Man. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not my words. These are Dr. Wivens' words. All right.
with the doctor, everything's certified,
Take responsibility, and then you see what happens. Like in the case of this story, this guy, being a prisoner of war, he did the shadow work. He took responsibility, and long story short, it led to the collapse of the USSR. And he was a key person in the collapse of the USSR.
Wow, what a cool story.
Yeah. So from being a powerless person or about to die in jail to be resulting in the change of the political climate of the country.
I remember this.
You know the story?
I don't remember
this. This is crazy, man.
It's so good, this story, because you change your mind totally, because if somebody without freedom can do that, imagine you are free, you are in the world with freedom, then complain about the rent, about AMLO, about or something like that. It's not. You can
it's
do
not
that
fly.
because you have to take your responsibility and change your life. If you could not can maybe somebody I can this year, I can the next year, but you can because you have everything. You have everything. You can thank, you can trust. Really, believe me, every person, if you want, in 1 year, you can change your life totally. One
Wow,
year
yeah, that's
or
true.
maybe 1 month. It's just about a decision, focus. Is something maybe something that burn you to move you,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
that burn
motivate.
you to move. Because
Like the fire under
sometimes
your
you
ass,
are
man.
just
Right.
So, Vivens, let's like especially go into the financial side of like
Yeah,
all
something like
your
that.
life coaching and all that, because I know you do that particularly as well, like mentor people on like financial things or like maybe mindsets, right? Like on how to deal with finance. So like, because I see on the foreigners like Facebook groups and all that, they are always asking questions about money, like what do you, the rest of you do here in Mexico to make money, you know, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And
Right.
yeah, I think some tips for them would be great. Like, but not like, I mean, not about how to make money, maybe some, yeah, but like what to do to manifest, you know, like yeah.
maybe this year, this question I have to maybe I can say each year, because each year I choose a different way to make money. Because
Okay.
if you are entrepreneur, you have to see where is the opportunity. Maybe
So true.
it depends of the person. If you are, I am 31, I can do that is that. I can maybe tell you some ways to do more money. But if
Right.
I don't know you, I don't know your capacity, I don't know what things you go better, you can do better. Maybe I can, because I use some way to do money. Maybe this way is not good for another people, because I
Okay.
am Wivens, I am a lot of quality, a
You have
lot
your
of things.
own. Yeah.
Now, the first one I in Mexico, I was doing money in network marketing. It was the best thing in my life. No, because I was doing money, just because I changed my mind. Because I was a school, business school, to try to maybe this book to change my life. It's
Oh wow.
author
Okay.
that Robert Kiyosaki. The name is
Okay.
Toque de Midas. It's a Spanish book. It's an English book, but I read in Spanish. And it's in my first 3 years in Mexico. And later I was traveling and talking. I I I I learn about to sell more, to sell my idea, to sell me,
Okay.
to sell
So.
everything. The first step to change your life or to have money, the first step is to learn how to sell.
Learn how to
If you
think,
to sell everything, if
how
you
to sell.
know
Okay.
how to sell everything, sorry, sell something, you can change your life. You can sell maybe some product, sell some idea, sell maybe a book, sell everything. You have to learn about how to sell. If
Right.
you Because the people you don't know how to sell, only it's selling her time. When you sell your time, you're lost, because you sell
Okay.
9 to 5 to another people, And when you sell your time, the value is because maybe 100 pesos each hour,
I understand.
but the day it's 24 hours. You can
Yes.
sell 24 hours in your time because you have to sleep.
Yes.
You have to maybe to come to eat something. If you don't learn about sale, the only things you are going to sell it's your time. A lot of people just selling your time. When you sell your time, you're lost. You're down.
Wow, so like an employee, right? I mean, that's a really good point. If you learn how to sell as a fundamental thing, and then that teaches, from what I understand, that teaches you what you need to know. Like if you think you're an employee and you're not selling anything, actually you are selling your time. This is your point,
Yes,
right? That to the company.
it's
Wow,
my point. You are selling your time.
Yeah,
And
for
when
real,
you are
man,
selling
for
your
real.
time, the price in your time is.
So just now we put up your Instagram page. That is where people can contact you if they have questions and they also want your guidance or stuff like that, right?
Yes,
Dr.
my Facebook
Wivens.
page or Instagram page, or I think in my Facebook, it's my WhatsApp too. It's no problem. Now I am helping people free. I'm not
Charging for the live
I'm just
coaching.
doing this because one mission of my life it's seeing people happy.
Oh,
To be happy, you have to be free. When I'm talking about freedom, I'm talking about spiritual freedom, real freedom, not only financial freedom, all freedom. If you are free, you can be happy. When you are free and happy, you can have everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
But
good that like you're using both brains, like as in you're also a doctor, but you're also studying all the spiritual aspect of things. So
Yes,
it's
we
really
definitely
cool.
want to check in with you in your journey down the road for sure. I mean,
Because you're obviously a really smart guy, and then you're also dealing with the spiritual aspect of things. So it's wisdom is in the mix. So
yes, and if this is a very powerful thing, like you're saying, if your focus is to the happiness and your peace first, putting yourself first, and then all your skills and all that later, right? Like down the line. Yeah.
yes,
Man, yo, Dr. Wivens, we have been informed by our producers right here in this thing that we only
okay.
have about 5 minutes left on the show, brother. So maybe you can give us some closing words or maybe some closing piece of advice for people who they see you, they see what you have achieved, and they want to also connect with their own success. Maybe some words for them.
To close, I think we have always to put your happiness first. Your happiness. It was I think 2 years ago a page, a Facebook page. It was Dr. Felicidad, Dr. Happiness. The objective is was like that to be happy, and to be happy you don't need nothing. You just
yeah.
need a
Oh my
decision.
God! Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you for saying that.
brother. Yes.
You just need what? Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yes, one more time.
To be happy, you don't need nothing, just a decision. You decide to be happy.
Oh my God, I love you. I love this. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And after the
Yo,
happiness, you can have everything. First, be happy, and
First be happy.
to be happy, you don't need nothing. Just take a decision. I am happy. I will be happy in the
Yes.
next 10, 20, 30 years. Whatever,
Oh man.
maybe something, I lose somebody, yes, but I'm happy. I
Right.
don't have money, yes, but I'm happy. I don't have
Yes.
something to eat, but I am happy because nobody can take your happiness. If you decide, nobody can take your happiness. The
Yeah.
unique person you can take you your happiness, it's you. Don't do that. Be happy.
Do that. Why you want to do that, right? Why you want to take away your own happiness?
Yeah, we have to do
Man.
our own inner work, and that begins before money, before anything else.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, guys, really, really powerful, and what we believe really true words being spoken here today on the foreign show.
Thank
Happiness.
you so much.
Yes. Thank you so
Wivens,
much,
for joining
Wivens.
us. And we are like, I have so many ideas of what we can do together. But this is definitely the segment that we are cutting to share
Yes.
everyone.
Yep.
This last part that you said,
To
because
be
it's
happy,
the
you don't need
essential
nothing.
thing.
Yes.
So yeah, so we are here on that front show signing out. My name is Celestine Angel,
I'm Isaac Rakesh.
and that is Wivens Casseus, Dr. Wivens Casseus.
Thank
with
you very
us
much,
from
bro.
Haiti, and we are activating
Your senses. Peace. Ciao.
Thank you to all who joined us here on That Foreign Show. It's been awesome. I'm Celestine Angel.
And I'm Isaac Crouch, and we'll see you next Friday. Have a great weekend, y'all.
Entrando por tus oídos hasta llegar al centro de tus emociones, ADR Networks está en este momento
Activando tus sentidos.
That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show.